So I have distributed IDs, few IDs. So whoever didn't get the ID, just ping me on chat. I will share. Okay. Data from the customer file and write an output file with the debit transactions of the customers. Okay. Okay. So this is our program. We coded till file declaration yesterday. Okay. So we are reading this file, customer file. This file. Okay. This has the data like this. We are reading this file into this program. Okay. So through JCL, we are reading this file. So this file will be given in JCL. From there, we have JCL DD name. This will be assigned to that file in JCL. So we are connecting to this file from program using this statement. So this is called file declaration. Okay. So this is the name we use inside COBOL program. We use this name, custom name we use to refer this file. Okay. So this is nothing but like alias name we use in COBOL to read that file. So this is file declaration. This is file name, FD file descriptor we call. So FD file name, and this is record structure. So 01 means group level. So in this record we have items like account number, customer name, transaction ID, amount, transaction type, customer bank, customer transaction date, like this is. So this is a record. We have total 11 records, right? So this is one record. So in each record we have fields. Okay. So collection of these are fields. We can call it these as fields. Collection of these fields is a record. This is a record, group level item. Okay. So we need to define the record structure same as the file structure. So this total length should match to the file length. Okay, our file length is 100 bytes, right? So this total length should match to file length. Okay, if you calculate 6, 3, 9, 19, 6, 25, 4, 29, 5, 34 plus 2, 36. This period also will take 1 byte. 37, then 39, 41, and 41 plus 3, 44 plus 4, 48, 49, and 49, 8, 57. So 57 bytes we are using. So we have defined. So till this customer name, the customer transaction date, the length is 57 bytes. So remaining space we are not using. So we have to use filler in here. So 100 minus 57, it will be like how much? 43. Yeah. So this will be filler space. So numeric types, this is account number is numeric. So I'm giving 9 of 6. 9 represent numeric, X represents alphanumeric. Okay. Filler can be anything. We can give like alphanumeric here. Customer name is, we have characters. Sometimes we can have numbers. We can give X. So A, we don't use A, alphabetic data type especially. So always we use X. Okay. Transaction ID, it is alphanumeric. So it is alphabets. It also has numeric, alphanumeric. Okay. This amount, this is numeric. So 9 of 5, this one we have numeric, and then we have, this is also alphanumeric. So rest all we have alphanumeric. Okay. So customer tran date, till this date, okay, the length is matching. So 55 bytes we have this. 56, 57 bytes. Okay, till this one we have data. So rest of the fields left it as blank. Okay, so same way, so anyone has doubt and in declaring the file in COBOL program. So this, so are you able to understand or you want me to explain one more time?
సార్ మళ్ళీ చెప్పండి సార్ కష్టం దగ్గర.
Yeah, so this is one record. Okay, for this record,
ఓకే
we are declaring like all record structure is same. So we are declaring record wise structure. Okay, when we do read record, one record will come at a time. Okay, like that we have to read one by one in the program. So to read and store the values, we need variables, right? That's why we are using these variables. These are variables. To these data from file will be read into these variables. Okay, like earlier we have simple formula, right? Some program like to calculate a into b and display c value. Okay, so like how a here a and b are variables, so we pass a values, we give like 10, b 20, like that, how we give and how we calculate. So same way how a b are variables, so these are also variables. Okay, these will get data from this file. So a variable means variable value will change, right? Keep on changing. So if we read this record, these variable values will be this. If we read next record, the variable values change to this records. Like that, it will, the values record, or we can say data from the file will come to these fields. Okay, so to declare the variable, so we need to follow this structure. So customer account number, it is 6 bytes. So we don't need to mention starting position. Okay, we just need to mention length. This is 6 is length. Okay, so here by default it will, we are just first, this is first field, right? In this record layout, this is first field. So it will start from column 1 column 1 by default, and it is 6 byte. Then what we have, 6 bytes are completed, then we have 3 bytes space after 6. So this here till here we have 6, right? After this 3 bytes space we have 1 2 3. So 6 plus 3, 9 are completed. So you can see here 6 plus 3, 9 are completed. Then we have 10 bytes from, so 9 are completed, means from 10th column we have 10 byte customer name. Okay, so till here 9 completed. From 10th column, this column we have 10 byte customer name, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, like that. Okay, total now 19 are completed, 19 bytes. So you can see here 6 plus 3 9, 9 plus 10 19, its total is 19. So 19 is completed. Then from 20 column 20 we have transaction id, customer transaction id, this is 6 byte column 20. So this is column 20, we have 6 byte transaction id. So now 6 3 9 plus 19 plus 6 25 are completed from column 26. So 25 till 25 we are completed now from column 26. This is 26. Okay, this here you can see this place is 5 for every 5 bytes, 5 bytes we have plus symbol. So this is 1, this is 5, this is 10, this is 15, this is 20 25 30 35, like that you can understand easily. Okay, so till here 25 are completed. From 26 we have space again, 1 2 3 4 byte space. So this is space we are used for declaring space. We are using filler. Filler is just to fill the gap, we use this filler. Okay, this is not a variable, this is a keyword. Filler is a keyword. That's why you can see this in red color. Okay, so these are all user defined variables. User defined means the programmer, whoever code this program, they can use any names. These are not keywords. This name, this file name, and this record name, this variable name, these are not keywords. This is keyword, like we have to code like that only. Pick this 9 number 9 x, these are all we have to code the same way. So like this we declared the record completely. Till here we declare like that. Okay, this amount field, this is a numeric, what we can say, this is a decimal value. So we have given 6 bytes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 bytes for numeric part and 2 bytes for decimal part. And we are giving explicitly, we are giving a decimal point here. For that also, we have to mention the point here. So it will take 1 byte. If we don't want to mention explicitly, we can use V here. In that case, we can give the value like this here. So it will be treated as 50,000 only. These two will be, the program will understand these two are decimal points automatically. We don't need to give, especially here dot in that case. But for to make you understand, I'm giving explicitly, I'm giving dot decimal point. I mean view mode. So if you change anything in view mode, you cannot save. You have to edit it to change anything. Okay, in view mode, you can change anything, but it will not save. If you want to save permanent change, you have to edit the file. So here we have commands: edit, view, browse, like 3 commands we have. So I don't want to edit anything. Just that's why I'm opening in view mode. So when you are looking at others libraries, always open others libraries in view mode. That's in that case, if you change anything, there is no issue. If I change something, there is no issue. So it will not save anything like that. Okay. So this is our input file declaration. We are reading this file. And now what we have to do, we have to write the records, desired records, selected records in output file. So for that, I have to declare output file structure also. Okay, so let's open let me open my JCL. So we have coded JCL for this. So this is our JCL, right? Hi JCL, highlight JCL. So this is our output file, outdd. I gave this DD name outdd. So to this, I am connecting from COBOL. I'm connecting to this DD name. Means I'm declaring file using this DD name. Okay. So out file is the file name I want to use inside the COBOL program. So assign to out file. So same way, for all variable declaration, we use data division. For file variables under data division, we use file section. This is for only file variable declarations. Okay. For other variable declarations, we use working storage section, which is a temporary, like we can call it as temporary variable declaration. Temporarily, we can use working storage. The file is kind of permanent. So we have data here, right, in file permanently. So this data, this is permanent data. We have this in file. That's why these variables can be treated as permanent variables, or we can say file variables. Okay, so same syntax we have to follow. So I am repeating here RR. RR means it will repeat complete block. RR here I am giving on first line. On last line I want to give, I am giving again. Okay, not this line. On this line, last variable. Sorry, RR. Okay. So here I am repeating this complete block one time. So if you press enter, it will repeat a complete block. So now I will code output file structure. How I want to write the data in output file. Okay, our output file name is, what is the name here we used? We have given, this is the COBOL file name. Out file we are using. Output file, out hyphen file. Okay, and output record name, I want to give outrec. Okay, these are all user defined names. File names and record names, these are all user defined. So you have to use periods general at the end of each statement. Okay, so out file. So if I want some, if you want, you can have some space, one line space. It's not required. So here I want to add out a verb out, like a word for each variable. Okay, output customer account number. So output like this. So press insert button and then you can type there. Sorry, this not this one. Out. So my output file structure is also same. I don't want to change anything. So if you want, if you want to create with different record length output file, you can, if you can change if you want. But right now I am just taking same 100 byte output file only. Means I want to write data as it is only. I'm selecting the records. Data format I'm not changing. Okay, I'm just selecting desired records from input file. So generally we just maintain this in same length. To if someone look at that program, it looks good. Like these are all picture class. Like just there is no issue. It will not give any error. But just for readability, just maintain this. Okay. So this is output file structure we have. Okay. Same way, this way output file will be created. So right now there is no output file. We are creating output file in this JCL. If you see in this 3.4, this file will not be there. So there is no data set. So when we run that job, it will run this program and it will take this input file and it will select the records based on our conditions, whatever we give in the program, and then it will create this output file. Okay, this is automatically creating output file using JCL. So in general, what we do, how we created input file? We created input file by going into option 3.2 and we gave these parameters in 3.2, space and primary quantity, secondary quantity, and we have given a record length there and record format. These all we have given there, right? So now I'm directly creating output file from JCL here. Okay. So now let's code the program. Continue coding program. Okay. This is declaration is completed. File, just we are done with file declaration. Okay. So now we have working storage section here. I will use a temporary variable. This is like a variable name I'm giving end of file, or we can say end of file. Okay. So here I will tell why I need this variable. Okay. End of file, pick x of 1. Then a value I'm giving here as no. By default, I'm saying assigning value no to that variable end of file. Okay. And then now what I want to do, so we have to start we have to write the logic here. So logic we write always in procedure division. Okay. Procedure division here. So we can use we can do structure programming. So I will use the programming like so I will use paragraphs. So columns is already added. So I will write perform 100 pair. So I'm perform para, or we can say para 1. Perform para 1. Okay, under this or I will just use so we'll use same some valid names. I will use perform initial pair. Okay, initial pair means starting pair I'm doing. Okay. Here in this initial pair, in this initial pair, initial hyphen pair, this is paragraph name. Okay, yesterday I explained, right, how many performs we have. So this is a executable statement. I have to move this after column 12, after column 11. It should, okay. So go on mute if you are not speaking. Okay, so here we have initial para, We can give some numbers like 100. That number is not mandatory. So, but as per standard, real time, we just mention these numbers. So, 1000 initial pair like that we just mention. You can give the name. Okay. So, here we have to open the file before it's like normal file. So, when you go to any visit any office, any school or anything, to write anything, normal file, you can treat it as normal file. So, if to write anything in that file, you have to first open the file, right? So, same way we have to open the file. What is our input file name? We have the file name as cust file, right? Open cust file. Okay. So we have to mention the open mode. Mode means for which purpose you are opening that file. You want to write anything in that file, or you want to read that file, or you want to update the existing values in that file. Like that, we have 4 modes actually. Okay, let me share my screen. So we have 4 modes, file open modes. So this is very, very important. So it will tells the purpose of opening file. Okay. So we have input mode. It will tell we use this mode to read the file. Okay. And output mode, we use this mode to write the record, write record into the file. You want to write anything, you have to open that in output mode. And input output mode, we call it as IO mode. So this is we use to read and write the same record. Write the record in same file. Okay. So this is like we can say rewrite, to rewrite, kind of updating table, updating record here. So read and write in same file. If some value is incorrect, so I want to update that value. That's why in that case I have to open. So on same file we have to update. So that's why input and output both are, for both we are using same file. Okay. So that's the case, and here we have again extend mode. Extend means to add additional records. Additional records to the existing file. So already there is a file. There are some records. I want to add additional records. So for in that case, we have to open the file in extend mode. Okay. So extend, this we call as append. Append means adding additional records. Add additional records. So just this terminology is append. Okay. So these are the 4 modes we have. So these are very, very important. And based on these modes, we use JCL disposition parameters. We use disp, right? Disp I showed, I explained yesterday. So JCL disposition parameters. So based on this open modes, we have corresponding JCL disposition parameters. Okay. So here I can say corresponding. So we pass data to programs from files, right? So that files we mention in JCL. Okay. So while mention, can you all see my notepad?
See, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. These are the open modes. 1, 2, we have 4. So like like you have seen, right, this equal share new we have in JCL. Okay, so those dispersion parameters we have for input we have open modes. This equal share we can use for input when we are reading. So I will okay, I will write, just will with these numbers you can map to above open modes. Okay, for one input mode, corresponding disk will can be share, or the file should be existing. Read means to read the file, to read record. You can say read and file. Okay, so file should be present already, right? So this, so that's why we use share or old. Okay, and you can also use MOD mod also. Generally we use share and old, just remember these things. And then output mode we use for output mode. So by default, if the file not present, we are writing new records, right? Writing records means there is no file already. Okay, so we have to use new. So open mode this equal new. Okay, additional parameters it have by default, we can see catalog delete. So this catalog delete will be performed. So catalog, it is like based on normal run. If the step completed, if this catalog action will be taken, if the step means job contain multiple steps. A step means nothing but exec statement. Okay, multiple steps means a job can execute multiple programs. Okay, so particular program take particular step. If that step completes successfully, in that case this action will be taken, the file will be cataloged. Okay, so second option, I can say based on these are positional parameters we call it as. So second position, I can say second position. So I have note written notes already on this, so I will explain. I will share that later. Second position in this catalog means, so action will be performed based on successful execution. This is fine. So basic meaning of catalog means catalog the file, catalog the file. So add the file into catalog entry, catalog table. Okay. Delete means will delete the file. These are basic meanings. Okay, so here in this first parameter, can say first parameter new will tell, or we can simply tell the status of file. Okay, second parameter based on second parameter action will be taken if the step completed successfully, and based on third parameter action will be taken if the step completed, if the step failed, or if the step abandoned. Fail we call it as abnormal end, abandon. So abandon means abnormal end. Okay. So this is you can say this is you can keep this as part of definition of disk. Okay, this will explain all these things. So can treat like definition of this. Okay. So here I will remove this all and okay. So you can just remember those things. Can you all go on mute? Whoever is not speaking. Okay. So first parameter, it can be so this is first parameter. This so if we can use just first one. So if we use new catalog delete means for new files we use 3 parameters. For existing files we can use only one parameter. This people share or old we can use. Okay. So this means the second parameter, the second and third parameters, these are optional. We can ignore them if the file is existed. Okay. So I will write here itself. I will write. I think that is good. Okay. So corresponding disp in JCL is corresponding what we can say. Okay. Corresponding option simply. Okay, this people share or hold for input files. Okay. Hello, can you all able to hear me? Hello.
Sir.
Yeah, can you
Sir,
able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, will I just lost the power. I just reconnected from mobile data. So can you see the screen still?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So yeah, can finish this. We have to finish this files program today. Let's see. So
Okay, sir.
yeah, I'm writing here itself the corresponding mode and all. We can. It is easy to map. Okay. So for output file, corresponding mode will be the corresponding option in JCL is this equal role for new output file. Output means we are writing recording output file. So that file should not present already. So it should be this equal new use new catalog delete. Simply I will write new. Okay. So we cannot use new alone. I will write simply new. Okay. So corresponding same let directly matter here. So disk equal for IO extend mode, we are rewriting recording same file. That means we are holding that file. So we are exclusively holding that file and right updating that file. Okay. So here we use option hold. Okay. Hold means exclusive lock. Exclusively lock the file. Okay, no other user or no other job can you access that file while using this while using other job like whatever having old. So it can use that file exclusively. So no other can access that file like that. This be called old means. Okay. So I will write here. So this also you can see. So disk equal all means this. So disk equals share means file can be shared. Multiple users, multiple jobs can share that file at a time. File can be shared by multiple jobs or users at a time, or at that time. At that time, anyone else can access that file. Okay, accessed. I will use the word accessed. Okay, here all means exclusively logged. So that job, whatever using that file, that will log that file exclusively. So no other can access. So no other job can access job or users. So if you want to, user means we developers. If you want to open that file in 3.4, you cannot open. If some job is or somebody is editing or some job is using that file in this people old means exclusive access mode. Okay, these are the things. So this equal new. Let me write this also. This equal new means create new file. It means create new file. Okay, so these are the options. So I will remove this here, this description. Okay, and what else we have? Extend mode. For extend mode, we use disp equal mod. So this is also we need to cover. So disp equal mod we use for this here. Okay. Catalog deletes. This is standard. We can't use disp equal new alone. We can't use. Okay, we always use this catalog new catalog delete. Okay, so read these things. If you understand this, you are good with files. So this is major concept in COBOL. Okay, so if you are done, 80% of COBOL is complete. Not only COBOL, 80% of JCL COBOL. So yeah, we have new share old mod. So disp equal mod. So it will work as in dual way. Okay, create create new file if the file is not present. Okay, and two things it will do. So this is one, and another it will do. If the file present, append the records. It will, if the file present, it will add the records. So that's the dual advantage. So we can use disp equal simply mod, or we can use disp equal mod catalog delete like that. So if we just use disp equal mod, it will append the record. If we use along with this, if the file not present, it will create the new file. So just read these things after the class also. If you don't understand, if you have any questions after going through that, you can reach me. So, okay, let's go back to mainframe. And so can you see my mainframe screen?
No, sir.
It is restarting. Mainframe is stuck. Can you see now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let me reconnect. You can use reconnect option here. If the screen gets stuck, you can reconnect. So TSO immediately. So don't use new password here. Just give existing password only here. Okay. Don't do tab and don't give here anything. it will revoke the ID. So initially, so when you get when you do F3 here, it will, F3 means back, it will give ready. Ready means, so you have to give the ISPF option here. So ISPF screens we want to access, right? So ISPF you have to enter here. It will give you again this screen, ISPF primary menu. Okay. This is last screen. This is last screen. If you do press F3 means, that means you are saying log out. So if you want to log out, you can give log off option here. If you want to connect again, you have to use ISPF option. ISPF command you have to give. Okay. So let's see. Hmm. So this is earlier program views. So I want to explain with multiple, what we can say, multiple paras. Okay. Let's see simple. I have explained paras already to you, right? So we can directly go to that. So you can have some space if you want. It will look good. Okay. So C of copy. C means copying this line. Of A means after. So after this line, I am copying a space of and keeping after a particular line. Okay. So I am performing initial para here. So I will have a space. I will have a space here. So I want to have some few paras. Okay. So initial para here. So we can, this is just user defined name. You can give any name, this para name. Okay. Not only 1000, just I'm giving just real time we see like this only. 1000 para, 100 para like that. Let's see 100 instead of 1000. So 100. So 200 para I want to use, and then I want to use 300 kind of sequence. Okay. And then I want to do, after doing this all action, I want to do stop run, stop the program execution. Okay. So here, so this is given column 7, column 8 here. So I told, right, all para names. This is user defined para. Okay. So divisions, under divisions we have sections, under sections we have paragraphs, under paragraphs we have statements. We can write statement directly, or we can use paragraphs like this. Under paragraphs we can write statements. For readability, if anyone comes, they can understand easily. Okay, what this para is, what para logic we have in this para, like that. Someone can analyze the program easily. Okay. So in this initial para, I am opening the file. Okay. So open input mode. So I want to read the file. So that's why I am opening in input mode. Okay. So purpose of the file, why I'm opening, I want to read. That's why I'm giving input. A file name, what is file name? Cust file. So is this a file name we have? What is our file name? Custin. Okay, not cust file. Custin is our file name. Okay. You can find here custin. So I have to use same name here. Open custin. So this is user defined. I have given like this custin. You can give any name, like whatever you want. Okay, like that. So I want to read the record from input file and write the record, select the records in output file. So for that purpose, I am opening output file in output mode. What is our output file name? Can anyone tell? what is the output file name? This is the output file name. This is logical name we use in program. Okay, we don't use for complete 40 character length of that file name. Okay, so this is we are opening in output mode. Then so that's it. So I told, right, for every para we just, this is para name, and then again we have the para name and we just write exit. Or we can write continuously we can mention para name, the hyphen exit, that will work. Okay, so this is not keyword actually, you can code either way. Let's see. So this is just initialization. I initially open the file, then I want to copying this line after this line. Then I want to, in second para I want to use read para, read the file. Okay, then third para I want to use process, I want to process the records. Fourth one I want to close that file, but I don't need that. I'll close in third para only. So second para we have read para. Okay, here so read, this is a statement we use to read the file. Okay, read file name is custom. Read file, read is a keyword. So attend means once we reach end of that file. Okay, so if you see the file, this is the file, right? And this is output file we don't have. So this is our input file, right? Can you all see my screen? I think after the internet recording is in progress. So hello, all, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have 11 records, right? So at the end of file means after reading 11 records, what needs to be done? So that condition we write here. I'm reading file. So every time if you say one read file means only one record will come. Every time will come one record. Okay, like that we have to repeat the read statement 11 times. To read 11 records, we have to repeat the read statement 11 times. Okay, we don't know how many records a file contain, right? In that case, we use this variable. This is a variable we use to set end of file condition. Okay, so we have the keyword here. After read, we have the keyword like read at end. At end means end of file. And what I want to do, I want to statement, I can say. I will use a move statement here. At end, I want to move value y to this variable. Okay, so initially this variable value is n. No, end of file. No, it is not end of file. I'm initially giving no, but here at end. So once we reach this 11th record, okay, here I'm setting this value. I'm moving ys to this value end of file variable. Okay, so this I will use in condition to repeat this para. Okay, here here in initial para itself we can write. So here we have initial open the files and then I will do perform read para 200 read para, sorry, PARA, read para until this variable end of file, but this should not be here. Okay, so we have to write that condition not here. So before this action we do one time only, open input file, output file. So we have to repeat this logic to check this condition. Let's write this one when I will tell how where we need to repeat. So not attend. Not attend means if record present. What I want to do means here on first record it is not attend, right? Second record not attend, like so until here we have records. So on all these cases, so whenever we find the record, in that case we have to process that record, right? Not attend. I want to perform this para, process para. Okay. So it's a kind of condition, read, attend, not attend. So we should not keep full stop here anywhere in between conditions. We should not use full stop. So at the end of these conditions, all conditions, we have to use this period or full stop. Okay. So this is process para we are done, and then this process para I will code here. After this para, before this para also will have some one line space. So we have to use this para exit. Okay, for each of this. So for this also we have to use exit. So we are starting process para. So if record present, what we have to do, our condition is to write the records whatever having this transaction type is debit. Okay, so what is the variable we have? Transaction type in input file. So this is the input file variable tran type, cust tran type. This is length of 2 bytes. Okay, this variable will get this value. Okay, so I will use this variable here if the condition is this value is equal to debit db, then only I want to write those records in output file. Okay, how we write? We have to use these fields to write. Okay, so we have to use these fields. So these are my input fields, right? So we have to move the values from input variables to output variables. Okay, so I have to use move statement, move. So I will remove these fillers. Fillers, we don't need to do anything with fillers. Okay, and deleting these fillers. I just copied Control C and pasted here. Okay, so I'm removing these things. Okay, so we have to move these fields, each field to output fields. So what are our output fields? We have to move to output fields. So output fields, we have output file fields like this, right? Out hyphen prefixing I out with to this input field name, because our output structure is having same names. So these are the output fields. Okay, so we have to use this statement like move. So move to this field, move transaction ID from input file to output file. Okay, move customer amount from input file to. I'm done. I'm just moving variable to variable. We are not writing in output file here itself. For writing, we have another statement. Okay, I'm just moving values from one variable to another variable, input variable to output file variable. Okay, move customer bank from input file variable to output file variable. Okay, so these are the movements we have. Total how many fields we have? 1 2 3 4 6 5 6 fields. So these are the output fields. Okay, this for this out keyword is missing. Or cust trans ID. Okay, out cust trans ID. Okay, total we are moving these are the output variables. Okay, we are moving the values from this input variables to output variables. These are output file variables, right? So we have total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 we have, right? Okay. Tran date didn't come. So we have one more field, is transaction date. So after moving this, so yeah, I will complete the class in 2-3 minutes. Then I will just we can execute the job tomorrow and see how output will come. Okay, so this is the if condition. If this is true, then only move these values. Else, we don't want to do anything. So just I can end this if condition here. End if. Okay, and then I want to write the record in output file. After moving this, I want to write. Further, we have the statement called write. In write, we use record name. So write outrec. Just simply we have to write like this. So what is the output record name? This is output record name, right? Group level item. Record is a collection of these fields. Okay. Simply we can use like this. Simply we can use write record name. That's it. So it will write the records in output file. Okay. So I will end this program here. If you want, we can complete the execution of itself, but it will take 5 more minutes. So I will try. So process para. This is done. So we are writing record here. Once moving all the fields, we are writing the record here. Okay. So then only we get these records. So we need to repeat. So when we do read, it will get only one record. So to read next record, we need to repeat that read function. Okay. So we want to repeat this read para. Sorry, I'm doing F7. So here this read para has to be repeated. Okay, so what I have to do is I will add one more para here. I'm changing this second name to process para. Okay, process para or yeah, process para where I will write third pair I will have read pair and fourth pair I will name it as write pair. Okay. So we can give any names, okay, based on our flexibility. So I want to call it as initial pair. Okay, here I'm just opening files here. Next in second, I'm calling it as process pair. You can give any name. You can give your name also. That's not an issue. Just you need someone look at this program, they have to understand what is happening here. That's it. For that purpose only we use these para names. And so it will do first this para. This para it will do. Then it will come back to here and it will perform 200 process para. It will come here. It will do read the file, one record from the file, attend. If it is attend, last record move y. If it is not y, if it will perform this process para. So what I will do here, I will do write para. So yeah, I want to use some other para in between. So I want to repeat this. Okay, so let me use same names. Okay, I'm using same names. We'll see in different way. process para. This naming convention, don't worry about this. Just I'm trying to explain you easily. That's why it is taking time. By which names you can explain easily. Okay, so you can use any names here. What I will do is I will use perform until condition here instead of pairs. So this is read para only. I'm changing back this to read para because we are reading here some meaningful operation. So I am doing here read, right? That's why I'm naming it as read para. So I am doing some processing here, right? Moving values from one variable to another variable. That's why I'm giving process name, process para. That's why. So these names you can give based on the operation you are doing inside the para. Okay, that is not, you don't need to remember these names. What I need to use like that. Okay, you can give any name as per the it should be like meaningful. So here what I want to do is perform until we have, right, one of the perform type. So perform until this variable value becomes y. Okay, until end of file I want to perform this read operation. Okay, for each record it will process, it will read, and it will process. If the record type is db, it will move these variables and it will write the record. If the record value not db, it will skip that record, it will not write that. So I have to keep this write also inside this condition because we want to write only db records, right? So I am moving here, and inside this condition itself I am writing the records into output file. If the records do not have db, they will not be written into output file. That will be skipped. Okay. So the last line is, we don't need this again. So perform until this. So for this we have to use end perform here. Here this perform will be end. Okay, we are done with our coding. If you run, you will get the output records as expected. Okay, just have doubt on this syntax, so I will check that we should not use same name. So spare a beginning and ending, we have to use something. We can use something exit or exit. So like I said, we don't get a chance to code all these things always. We just code existing something we code. We have to analyze more like what this program is doing, like that we have the work. So I will add here also exit. Okay, let's compile and execute the program. I think it's over time, so we can execute the program in next class. Let's try in one. Try for one time. If it compiles successfully, we can execute now itself. Otherwise, we'll resolve the errors in next class. Okay, so JCL, compile JCL, we have different, right? So here I have my compile JCL. Okay, this is same for all. You don't need to write this compile JCL. Okay, we use, this is like tool we use, same for all. Submitting PGM3, right? We have coded now same library, that present in same library. Okay, so we got max CC 12. That means some errors are there in the coding, so we have to resolve that errors, and then we can execute that program. So once the error resolved, then only the load module machine code will be generated. Okay, spool, I'm going, let's see if there is simple, I will resolve quickly. So these screenshots I will share with you. So it is saying 4 errors, we have 23 errors. If should not be a condition like area A, the statement should not begin area A, like that we have. Okay, we can resolve the errors tomorrow class. I will tell you how to resolve these errors. These are simple errors. I will explain, and I will execute the program tomorrow, and then we can continue. So this is one time, like if you are good with files, So you are done with COBOL. You just need to know how to handle files. Okay. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can reach me at any time, and you can practice from institute. If you have any issue while practicing at home, you can come to institute and practice there also. If you can come to institute for 2 days, so if you spend 2 days, like that is enough for practice. If you spend 1 or 2 hours per day, 1 week is enough for practice. So rest all we have to read. So we don't need to practice everything. So that's just to understand basic concept, you have to practice. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all for joining. We can connect again tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.